Welcome to the Lake Mapper Help Center. This video will show you how to create and edit postcards using Lake Mapper or other tools. Watch our Mail Center General Overview video to learn more about starting postcard campaigns. As you design your postcard, avoid placing artwork in the postal clear areas, and if your design goes to the edge of the card, extend it into the green bleed area. Keep all important text and logos inside the red safety margin to prevent them from being cut off when the postcard is trimmed. You can find these specification guidelines in the Help Center. LinkMapper provides a variety of free templates, but if you would prefer to design your own postcard template, you can use a third-party tool and upload your design to LakeMapper. Just make sure to choose between one of the three accepted aspect ratios. One great tool for design is Canva. To use it to create a postcard, start a design based on a custom size and select the correct dimensions. Make sure to change the units to inches. To start designing the front of your postcard, you can upload your own images by dragging them into Canva or selecting them from the Uploads tab. You can resize it and don't need to worry about safe areas if you want the image to span the full postcard. If you need to reposition the image, use the Position tab to quickly place it exactly where you want it. Next, you can add text, logos, or anything else you wish to add. Keep any important elements away from the edge of the postcard so it doesn't get cut off during printing. From there, you can customize the font, size, color, spacing, and other formatting options until you're happy with the design. Once you're finished with the front, create a new page for the back. On the back of the postcard, you'll need to leave space for the mailing address. To do that, create a shape and choose square. Adjust the width to be 3 inches and the height to be 2.7 inches. Then position it in the bottom right corner of the postcard. Once it's in place, it can be easier to edit if you open the Layers panel and lock the rectangle so it stays in place while you finish designing the rest of the postcard. Once you're happy with how your postcard looks, we can unlock our address placeholder so we can change it back to white. The address block always needs to be white or light colored. Now we will download our design so we can upload it into the Lake Mapper app. Once you're in the Lake Mapper app, click into the Mail Center and then open the Templates tab. You'll want to click into My Templates and then you can upload both sides of the postcard and rename the template. Change the size to the one you based your template on and upload. It will then show up in My Templates and be usable for future postcard campaigns. If you would prefer to create your own template but want to do it straight from Lake Mapper, you can do that as well. Switch over to Global Templates and select any template with the sizing you wanted. Once you have selected one, click Clone to My Templates. Rename it, click Clone, and My Templates will automatically open and you should see the template you just created. Click the three dots, Edit, and Lake Mapper will open your template in a new tab. Global templates automatically come with design elements. You can keep and edit these or start fresh. If you want to delete a singular item, you can select it and press the trash icon at the top. Depending on how many design elements there are, it may be easier to just hide them all. You can do this by clicking the Layers tab on the left sidebar. Once the Layers window is open, click the eye icon next to each layer you want to hide to make it no longer visible. Now that we have a blank canvas, we can begin designing our postcard. If you click on the Images tab on the left sidebar, you can drag an image in or click to upload one. Once an image is selected, you can drag it to adjust the sizing and location. You can then add a shape by selecting the Shapes tab and dragging your shape of choice onto the canvas. You can update the sizing and placement of the shape just like the image. To see the detailed editing options, look at the bar that appears at the top. We can then change things like the color, outline, and various other properties. To add text, click on the Text tab and choose the type to create a text box. Then move the text box to your desired location. When you're happy with the location of an element, it can make editing the rest of the postcard easier if you go back to the Layers panel and click on the lock icon to lock it in its current position. Once the other elements are locked, we can go back and change our text. I'm going to call our company the Dock Builders. We can then update the font, bold it, increase the font size, center it, and change the color. While there are several pre-made shape options available, you can also create your own using the pen tool. Click anywhere on the canvas to place your first point. Then continue clicking to add additional points and outline your shape. When you're finished, Click back on the first point to close the shape. The shape will automatically fill in, and you can then customize its color and other properties. Now that I'm happy with the location and design of my shape, I'm going to lock it so I can easily add text into it. Once you finish with the front side, select Pages and click on the back page to begin editing it. It will automatically display the space needed for the address block so you know where to avoid placing any content. I'm going to use the Layers panel again to hide the previous design elements and then begin editing. I'll add two more images to show off what a finished product of a dock would look like. Then maybe we want to add our logo next to these and then our phone number under that. We don't want our phone number to blend in, so we're going to create an arrow to direct attention to it. To do this, you'll click on the Line tab and begin adjusting the size and other properties. I'll make a dotted line and change the color to green. Once the base of our arrow is done, we can create the other two lines. Since we'll want them to be even, we can create one and use the top panel to duplicate it and begin adjusting the arrows to our desired location. To group multiple design elements, select them at the same time and click the Group button at the top. We can then finish changing our arrow until it looks how we want. You can also add in a QR code to direct users to your website. Each recipient receives a unique QR code that is mapped to their name and address. LakeMapper reports this, and you can export that data. You're able to edit many properties of the QR code, such as the design shape and color. In addition to editing design elements, you can also edit properties of the URL, such as adding a parameterization variable. Once you're happy with the settings of your QR code, you can add it to your postcard and adjust the placement and sizing. Before we finalize our design, we'll add one more text element and update it to have a border. Now that our design is finished, click the Save button in the top right corner. Once it finishes saving, you can return to your other tab where it will prompt you to save your design once again. It's important to save your design in both locations. You will then be able to see the template you just created under My Templates. If you need help creating a postcard, just reach out to LakeMapper at support@lakemapper.com. Thank you for watching!